to Ola Joe the Crocheting Sailor. Today I will be doing a tutorial on how to do a beautiful ombre scarf. I will be using Red Heart Super Saver scrap yarn in blue, and I am going to go ahead and cast on front, back, front, back. I will also be leaving a link to the tutorial in the description box for casting on. But make sure you get a contrasting yarn. And you can take your time. You don't have to go fast. I am just doing this for the sake of the tutorial. We are now back in front of this black piece here. We are going to continue on by opening up the door, and we are going to feed this yarn down in the little hole. Can you all see that? Close the door up, and I'm going to be holding the yarn, this tail here, with my left hand, and we are going to go around. I'm going to do 4 rounds. That first row, the first round will always feel difficult and sound a little different, so no worries on that. And once you get all of your rows, then we are going to use our main color. I'm coming up on it right now. So you'll stop right there. In order to do this tutorial, I will be using this Red Heart Ombre yarn, and it will be in the color Anemone. And this is 482 yards. You can use whatever ombre color you like. And this is a medium weight 4. So what I did was I cut my blue yarn off, and now I'm going to open the door and pull this, let it drop right in between the white and the blue and the black needle. And I'm going to take my main color, which is the ombre yarn, which I'm actually doing a center pull, which will make it easier. And I'm going to get a nice tail. Just going to feed it through. Close the door, and we'll reset our counter to 0 and crank. Make sure that you take your time when you're going around. And I am holding this tail with my left hand. We are going to continue on until we get to at least 60 inches for the length of the scarf. You can make your scarf longer or shorter. It's entirely up to you, but I at least want to do 60 inches. And when you hear that, that means that the yarn is being pulled, and you'll just have to stop and loosen your yarn up. what you want to do is make sure that you have a consistent tension on your yarn. Cut the main yarn. We're going to go ahead and open the door, and I am going to just pull it out and let it fall down, and then I'm going to add the scrap yarn, and I'm going to do 4 rows. So just move this over a little bit and let it drop down. Just be careful. I'm just going to put it in here. I'm going to tie this, and just be careful when you're trying to move that needle over. So we're going to go ahead and cut this. Now I went ahead and I did 300. Okay, now you can pull your project out, and we can pull it apart and stretch it. I went ahead and I grabbed an H hook. This is what I will be using. Go ahead and make sure that you grab your scarf just like this. You're going to make sure that your tails are on the left-hand side here. So if you had to adjust your scarf, make sure it's not twisted in any way, so we can go ahead and close this up. You will take your crochet hook and you'll go underneath your main yarn right here, and we are going to take this crochet hook and we are going to slide it right underneath this main piece, slip stitch. We're going to turn it on the other side, pull the yarn up, and we're going to slip stitch. And if you have to, you can turn your project. And then you'll just continue on going from one side to the other and slip stitching. Can you all see that really well? I'm hoping so. And there is no rush. You can go ahead and take your time and go from one side to the other. And you're going to do this all along your project, all the way down. Down to the end, and here is my tail, and I am going to pull this up here. Since I did not tie that, I am going to bring it out, and then I'm going to wrap it, or you could actually slip stitch and pull it through, but I'm going to do it like this. And then I'm going to grab that last piece. It's one more right there. It's kind of hard to see. You see it? And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slip stitch and pull that through. Just like that. And then this tail, I'm going to take it and then yarn over. Some people yarn over more than once. And I'm going to pull through. Just make a knot in there. Just like that. It's that simple. And we're going to weave it in. And now you can go ahead and you can take out your waste yarn. Just go ahead and pull it. And if it gets kind of caught in there, don't worry, you can cut it out. As long as you've secured the top portion, you shouldn't have a problem at all taking it down. Sometimes it can get kind of stuck. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut mine. Yes, just get it on out of there. I'm going to take my tapestry needle and I am going to thread it. And I am going to take this and feed it down the inside. Now, there are two ways you can do this. You can either feed it down the inside and grab it from inside of the scarf and pull this end down, or you can just feed it through. You can feed it through. Make sure you don't go into the outside of your project, so just take it very slowly. I'm just going to feed it through the middle, and then I'm just going to bring it out, and you can see how I'm going about doing this. And you can feed it down as low as you want to go, and then you can pull it out just like this. Pull it, and then you're going to cut your tail and let it fall on the inside. Just like this. You all see that? Now, if you want to go longer, you can feed it back in and then continue on and let the remaining tail hang. But I think this is good right here for the sake of the tutorial. Boom. Just make it disappear. There. Now you have a perfect end. If you want, you can do fringe. I think this would really look good with adding fringe to the bottom of it, but it's entirely up to you. And now it's time for us to do the other side of the scarf. You do the other side the same way. Just make sure that your scarf is not twisted. And you can keep on smoothing it out until you have your other side ready to do that same process of slip stitching back and forth, back and forth. It's all done, all rolled up and beautiful. Look at that. Came out very, very nice. And here are the ends. So like I said, if you want to put fringe on the end, you can do that. So I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and have a glorious day. Blessings to you all.